How to release the vibration of death through divine co-creation. I'm Dr. Katja Rusanen, spiritual counselor and best-selling author. Today, I'm joined by Jennifer Russell. Jennifer is a spiritual mentor, author, award-winning songwriter, and podcaster devoted to helping light workers awaken their divinity and live in sacred partnership with the hierarchy of heaven. She is the founder of the Angels of Abundance Ascension Academy and the creator of Morning Light Meditations and 14 transformational music albums. Her collaboration with Mother Mary lies at the radiant heart of her work. And today, Jennifer will share how you can transmute guilt, shame, and scarcity, reclaim your sovereignty as a creative being, and co-create with elements, angels, and Elohim to align with victorious frequencies of abundance. She'll also guide us through energetic activation so you can begin walking in a new rhythm of true prosperity. So, Jennifer, I'm super delighted that you are here with us today.
I am so honored to be with you, Katja. It's so beautiful. As I always say about you, you just attract all that is good to you, which is part of abundance. You know, abundance comes from the 10th sphere of infinite abundance, eternal peace, and the God supply of all that is good. And I always know that you are surrounded by goodness, good people, wonderful activity, and I'm so honored to be here and to be part of this beautiful summit. Thank you. I'm going to just start with a bit of prayer. I'd like to just anchor all of us. Thank you for being with me today. I'm just so honored that you are here, that you are absolutely wanting to know how to release and heal the frequency of debt. And so just join with me if you want to put your hand on your heart, and let's just come within, recognizing this beautiful presence of the divine right here in our hearts, connected right to the heart of Mother, Father, connected right to the heart of all that is. And how grateful I am to bless our time together, that the words may fall exactly where they need to fall. I am grateful to just anchor in to this presence of beloved Mother Mary. We invoke your presence, beloved Mother. Thank you for being here. I also call in the presence of beloved Mighty Victory, the tall man from Venus, that is always insists on victory and showing us how to do that. I'm so grateful to invite beloved Saint Germain and Lady Portia, the King and Queen of Heaven in this age of Aquarius. That is the reason we are here. I am so grateful to ask for your presence. Thank you. And I invoke the presence of Archangel Michael and all of the archangels to join us here. The angels of abundance. And the mighty Elohim. The beautiful builders of form that are teaching us how to create. And may my words be clear and understandable and digestible. I'm so grateful that it is done in God's most holy name. I am. Wow. So, since we're going to be here for a little bit of time, I just want to tell you a little bit about myself. I know the fire of lack. I've been through bargaining with God, wishing for luck, trying every prosperity program I could get my hands on. I was born in Ethiopia. I am a child and a grandchild of missionaries, and I've been a single parent, been a musician wondering how to pay the rent. I've made a lot of money that left me exhausted and feeling empty. I've been through bankruptcy. I even tried ignoring money. You know how us light workers like to do that. Just like, well, I'm going to just do my spiritual work and everything's going to be just fine. And it just didn't work out like that. I also want to tell you what happened to me one rainy day in the Ukraine. I was walking through a funky art gallery on the side of the road, and there was a beautiful picture, an ancient picture of Mother Mary. And I heard her call my name. And that was a change in my life. She began to ask to mentor me, and I was so ready for that. And she has brought me through this beautiful process of her immaculate heart, of knowing abundance, of absolutely being true to what my path was. Because the reason I'm here today is because I've gone through this path, and now it's time for me to help you. If you are having difficulty with money in this world, Mother Mary has brought this beautiful process and many books. We're on like our 6th book right now of how to really come into the lavish care of the beloved divine, of beloved Sophia, because this is our true inheritance. All right, so I also want to say that, when we are given something to work on in our lives, it usually becomes a portal for us to teach others. And that's why I'm going to be sharing this with you today. So where I want to begin is that everything I'm telling you is not going to work. Let's just set the foundation here. This beautiful presence within you, the beloved I am, is your divinity. It is connected right to the heart of God. And without this, this connection and this relationship, because as Katja said, I am the founder and director of the Angels of Abundance Ascension Academy. So I've been studying Ascension for a long time. I've been studying the teachings that Saint Germain brought to us to really show us what Ascension is. And through the I Am discourses and the Bridge to Freedom work. And these beautiful teachings it's been 17 years that I've been studying them. And they are more alive to me today than they ever have been. It all starts with this one place of my beloved I Am presence. Because if I put my beloved I Am presence and my oneness with this part of myself that is the light of my soul, that is already has a full view in charge, then everything works out amazingly well. And it's a partnership. In fact, I really believe that ascension is when we come together. Our human self and our beautiful divine beloved I Am presence come together as one. This to me is true oneness. So just know that everything I'm going to be sharing with you today is from this place. All right. So let's begin. Because we are here to learn how to conduct divine energy and to manifest. So I'm going to share a real personal story with you, because this happened to me recently, and it happened to me quickly. It happened to me in 30 days, and I know it can happen to you. I don't feel like it happened to me because I'm special or anything. It's just that I'm using these beautiful gifts that have been given to us, how to manifest and conduct divine energy. Okay, so I gave a retreat earlier this year, and after the retreat, I realized that I had gone into debt. I have had a relationship with debt. I went into Debtors Anonymous 16 years ago to really get a hold. After our bankruptcy, I said, wait, things seem to be going back to what they were. I went into Debtors Anonymous and had a most amazing experience. And I was debt-free for a long time. And then I realized that I had accumulated over $11,000 of debt, and it was all business. It was business debt. And I immediately went back into DA because I said, oh my goodness, I have a weakness here, I'm going to say a weakness because to me, it's like a blind spot for me. Okay? That's just what I want to tell you. So I'm going to be sharing this beautiful experience that I had. So in DA, Debtors Anonymous, let's see if I can close this little window here and move it around here. Good. In Debtors Anonymous, you realize that it's not a money problem, it's a spiritual one, and this is a spiritual solution. When I was reminded of that, I was very, very happy because I spent a lot of time in the spiritual world. This is my work, just like you. You're a light worker. This is where we do our light. So when I heard that, I was like, this is really good news. So I had to be really honest. I had to look at my debt. I had to see exactly what was going on. And the first 2 steps, of course, of the 12 steps of Debtors Anonymous are, we admitted we were powerless over debt, that our lives had become unmanageable. And there was some freedom in realizing that I was powerless over it. And of course, the second step is came to believe that a power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity. And the third step is make a decision to turn our will and our lives over to the of God as we understand God. And one of the promises is clarity will replace vagueness. Now that's really important to me. Because when I come out of vagueness, and I'm going to invite you to come out of vagueness, if you don't know how much debt you have, it's time to check it out. You can use this with anything, by the way. The things that I'm going to show you, you can use it with anything that you feel stuck in your life. So I know also that I claim often that I am powerful. And you know, it's weird. It is a dichotomy. I am powerless over debt, but I am powerful because I am that I am. So I felt into this dichotomy. Debt is a vibration. It is a vibration. And I started to have this great desire to heal the vibration and the frequency of debt. And so I came up with this powerful statement. I am sovereign. I am that I am. I am sovereign. I am solvent. I am debt-free. Okay? And every meeting that I went to in DA, and I still do this, I put my beloved I am presence in charge. Because I only want to know what I need to know. I only want to know what I need to know. So, I also was very clear because I have been learning about tithing. I used to do this thing called seed and harvesting, which is a great precursor to tithing, because as a missionary kid, as you know, being around evangelical Christian ministry, I've heard a lot about tithing, but it's always done in a manipulative way, and I'd gotten a lot of resistance about it. So I was tithing, but a little bit here and there. And I love seeding, which is giving some money anonymously, and then doing this beautiful process of letting the universe come back and replenish that seed in a harvest. But I don't want to talk about that, but I'm just going to tell you it's a great baby step. So this next step, in the beginning of June this year, I said to my husband, Michael, let's start tithing on everything that we make. 10%. It was scary because we have a lot of different sources of income. And one of them is our Social Security. Here in America, we have Social Security. And I said, okay, let's go out on a limb, on the skinny branches of our faith, and let's tithe on that too. It was scary. June was a scary month. But it was also such a month of transformation. So when you give from the first fruits of your abundance, you place your trust in love. You are saying, I belong to heaven, and heaven belongs to me. And the number 10 is sacred geometry in motion, the circle of oneness grounded by the courage of one. When you tithe joyfully, you become a golden circuit of divine circulation. That's what Yeshua told me, and I love what he had to say about that. So every month in my academy, we spend some time in a ceremony, ascension ceremony, and a transmission flame service. That's what the TFS stands for. I'm sorry I didn't spell it out for you, because this is one of the main reasons we have more light on the planet right now. These services started in 1952. They always are projected from a retreat that is open. And in the academy, we make sure we do this, and we do an ascension ceremony. And this happened to be on the solstice. I have everybody set an intention for what they want to experience in the month, because most retreats stay open for a month. And these services always happen the Saturday after the 15th of the month. And people from all over the world go to these retreats and have this service where we are actually using a breath to radiate divine energy. This month, it happens to be the beautiful flames of illumination and harmony. This month, it was the Grand Tetons. The Grand Tetons are where there are meetings twice a year. I'm trying not to give you too much information, but I know you will take in what you need to know today. The Grand Tetons is we have an opportunity to write a petition to the karmic board, loving, beautiful circle, mostly of Lady Masters. You know the karmic board, they have been with you since the beginning of time, and every time you come into a new lifetime, they weigh your desires for the lifetime with what you're wanting to do. And the intention that I set, because every time we go to a retreat, there are masters, archangels, beautiful elementals in training. There's somebody there that's going to support you. And so we do a whole beautiful process of meeting our sponsor for the month. So my intention going to the retreat, and this is a retreat in the etheric realms. The Grand Tetons are over the Grand Tetons Mountain in Wyoming. This was the intention that I set: to release all debt and the feeling of debt, guilt, shame, the very vibration and frequency of debt, not only for me, but for all humanity. All debt is paid off by the end of this summer, and I insist on a full loaf experience. No portion. I want the full loaf. And as I'm going to this retreat, I see this huge golden V. Now I know immediately that this is Mighty Victory. I have a relationship with Mighty Victory, and I want you to have a relationship with Mighty Victory. Because Mighty Victory is a tall man from Venus. He is actually Venetian. He's from the planet Venus. He put a petition before the karmic board way in the beginning of the 1900s and said, let's dissolve the occult law and all these mystery schools that are so hard to understand anything unless you've done penance for your whole life, and maybe you'll get a little tiny window at the end of your life. And let's make all these laws and a way to manifest available to everyone, that even a child would understand them. This is what I study. And I'm so grateful that Mighty Victory showed up. Okay, so I want to tell you, Mighty Victory, immediately I went to his book. His book is called, let me make sure I get it right for you, because I want you to know this book. It is Manifesting Victorious Accomplishments by the cosmic being Mighty Victory. Mighty Victory is still here serving. And I want to tell you a few things that he says. He gave me these 2 assignments. These are right from his book. Sleep time. Bring the violet flame. The violet flame is a freedom flame. It is the flame of this age of Aquarius. It's a combination of the pink for the divine feminine, the blue for the divine masculine. Both of these flames live in your heart. They come together as the violet flame, the flame of freedom, the flame of transmutation. To me, it's like the huge cosmic eraser. You can use the violet flame anytime. It's a forgiveness flame. It's a flame of mercy and compassion. Thank you. Mother Mary just told me to slow down. Okay, I'm going to slow down a little bit. Anyway, this assignment from Mighty Victory was to ask your I Am Presence to remove all destructive accumulation from your etheric body before bed. Okay, this is during your sleep time. The etheric body holds all of your memories, good and bad. And it is absolutely what we are working most on to clear. The etheric body is also called your spiritual body. So Mighty Victory was asking me to cleanse the old memories of defeat, of not being victorious. Those memories. And I started having dreams of that. I started having dreams of things that hadn't worked out from this lifetime and other lifetimes. And I knew they were being purified because I did this process of pulling the violet flame through the spleen, which is right under your left rib cage, right to the left of your navel. So I would put my hands on here and I would just say, Beloved I Am Presence, Beloved Saint Germain, Lady Portia, Lord Zadkiel, Holy Amethyst. I pull the violet flame through my spleen and remove all ancient accumulation from my etheric body of defeat, of failure. That's all I did. Okay. And then I asked for all the memory of old, proven victorious accomplishments to be remembered so that I would remember things that were victorious. And also, this is a great idea for you to do. Right now, you can just take your journal and write this note. I don't want you to do it now because we don't have time, because we're going to do a beautiful process in just a few minutes. But write down what you remember from this life that's victorious. And do it with Mighty Victory. Just call in Mighty Victory. Your I Am Presence is the open door. So if you say, Beloved I Am Presence, I call on the presence of Mighty Victory. Mighty Victory is right there. Help me remember the victorious activities of this lifetime. And as you write them down, you're going to start feeling the vibration of victory. And I asked, stir into action my magnificent records of victorious accomplishments. Okay? That was my request, and that came right from Mighty Victory's book. And this is his mantra. I will accept no compromise. I will accept only victory. So I kept this beautiful chant going, my mantra, I am sovereign, I am solvent, I am debt-free. And here's some practical action steps. And I just invite you to write them down. I'm going to go slowly. First of all, make a decision that you want to be debt-free. I couldn't believe how much of me that I was like, what? Why am I waffling around this? I'm talking about being vague. Oh, well, my debt is just over here. I keep paying it off a little bit at a time. And months that are a little shorter than others, and I will pay the minimum amount, and it was, I was unconscious. So for me to make a big decision to be willing to change was a big deal. Okay? Know that you're going to change. You are not going to be the same person. Take an honest look at where you are now. I was just looking back in my journal. I wrote down all of the debt, where it could come from. Do it as broad stroke or as detailed as feels right to you. But write it all down. Look at it. Don't be afraid to look at it. Or if there's another place in your life that you're stuck and you're working on in these steps, write it down. What are you not looking at? Just ask that question. What am I not looking at? What am I trying to avoid? What am I trying to escape from? There's no worry, beloved. Everything, no matter what you think it is, everything is absolutely here for you to show you something very important. There's nothing to be afraid of. And then the next thing was set an intention. And you saw my intention. And this place of an intense expectation, what Saint Germain says, is a holy activity, because an intense expectation will always manifest. It is law. So I think another way of saying this is commit yourself 100% to what you are intending. And this is the intention that I set to release the vibration of debt in my auric field. Okay, that was my intention. Then put your beloved in charge, your beloved I am presence, in charge of your experience. And see everything that comes to you as part of your healing process. Everything. I'll share some examples in a moment. Everything. Just take it that way. Oh, this person has come into my life. What are they here for? Oh, and of course, and I will tell you this, be forewarned, as soon as you set this heavy of an intention, an intense expectation, things will show up. Trust me, they're going to show up. Welcome them. Welcome them. Then get yourself in a place of allowance and surrender. Allow the experience to heal you and your past, because things are going to come up that are in resistance. Be honest with where you are, and don't be afraid to look at your past and at your patterns. Circulation. Give 10% of everything that comes in, all income. I cannot tell you how amazing this experience has been. And we are on our 3rd month now, and I am just seeing miracle after miracle happen to our finances. Okay? I'm just going to say that. Tithe joyfully. It helps you move out of stagnation and into the flow. It's like you're participating with life. And I will tell you how I tithe. I keep track of everything that's coming in. And I ask in contemplation, and I just go within my heart and say, where have I been inspired? Am I inspired by a person? Has it been a book? Was it a piece of music? Was it a message? Was it for my spiritual community? Get the answer. And that's where you need to tithe. Don't worry, because you'll get to tithe again in another couple of weeks, or however often you want to tithe. That's how you tithe. And you just let that money go. And as you let it go, see it coming back to you 1,000-fold. So if I'm giving somebody $500, that's going to come back to me as $5,000. That's another place that you can set a high expectation. Create a living thought form. We're going to do that in just a moment. I'm going to share with you what that is. It is something that is a magnet in your life to draw the activity of all this that you're doing to a certain place. A living thought form is how we create. All right? And then do daily practice. Prayer, affirming, I am sovereign, I am solvent, I am debt-free. Surrender, trust, and stay in gratitude. And set up your sleep time. Your sleep time is so important. What do you want to happen during your sleep time? And then the 7 steps of precipitation is a mighty thing to do. I just want to read a little bit from a beautiful book. And I'm going to just stop sharing here for just a moment, because I want to show you this book. This book is The 7 Mighty Elohim Speak on the 7 Steps of Precipitation by Thomas Sprints. This is one of the, you can see I've used this book a lot. This is one of the white books. The Mighty Elohim created this world, okay? And they have created many worlds. They're a high, high level of the elemental kingdom. And I want to read to you what Arcturus, the mighty Elohim that works on the violet flame, said to us in this book. I am the Elohim of invocation and rhythm, who brings to you and all life through the use of the violet fire infinite freedom when you desire it enough. From interstellar space through all the planets belonging to the system, I am constantly looking for those life streams who desire freedom. Freedom from illness, limitation, and distress of every kind. Where will you find that freedom? Right within your own life. In the beginning of your individualization, which means when you became a white fire being, God created your divine self-conscious intelligence, your own individualized I am, a white fire being, from the universal first cause. That's you, beloved. You came from the universal first cause with a capacity to draw forth from life every God gift you might ever require to be able to manifest perfection. So I will tell you, the 7 steps of precipitation are using the 7 Mighty Elohim and taking them through just this beautiful process around your living thought form. So you're using the same steps that they used to create this solar system and our world, Earth. It's fabulous. I can't wait to show you more about that. But that's not what we're doing today. So I'm going to go back to my slides here. And that's what the 7 steps of precipitation. Think about precipitation as kind of like as a cloud accumulates moisture, then it gets to a place that it rains. It's also another word for manifestation, but to me it has a more mystical meaning because it's like out of nothing something was created. All right. So what happened next here? Okay, come on. There we go. This is my living thought form. I want to show it to you. I'm going to show you how to do this in just a minute. It is, to me, it is always done with a threefold flame. The threefold flame in your heart is the blue ray, the divine masculine of your will, of God's will, of power, of protection, of provision. The yellow flame is infinite wisdom, omniscience. So we could think of the blue flame as the omnipotence. The yellow flame is the omniscience, the illumination, the divine idea. And the pink flame is divine love. It is the omnipresence. This is the flame that you have in right here within your heart. This was my living thought form for my debt, because debt came up when I asked for a symbol and a seed atom. It came up as a big, huge 0. I was like, yes, I have 0 balance on all my credit cards. So 0 became a symbol for me. You see that right in the center of this living thought form. We're going to do a living thought form in just a few minutes. And this is also what I put right on my living thought form. I put, I am solvent, I am sovereign, I am solvent, I am debt free. Okay, so I want to just tell you about what I experienced. In my dream time, my sleep time, I had this vision that I was sitting in the middle of this council of 12 God and goddesses. There was just so much light. And at first, I thought I was observing them. And they said, no, you are in the center of us. And we are creating. This is what we've done. This is what we have done for many lifetimes, Jennifer. And you have been in the center. So I had to come to a place of accepting that this is a knowing. That the memory, ask for the memories restored. This was a memory that was restored. I have a prayer partner too. I believe in prayer. And my prayer partner says, I don't want to just live in any place in this building by the beach. I want to be in the penthouse. And her saying that woke up this thing in me like, why haven't you ever thought of the penthouse? Why do you think that you need to live in the little hut down the road? You know, because I was a missionary kid and I experienced a lot of talk about dichotomies, in a very, very poor country. So a penthouse triggered me and that full loaf experience. And of course, I worked not every day, I would say out of the 30 days, maybe 20 days with the 7 steps of precipitation in my thought form. Okay. Now here's something else that came to me that was just like, are you kidding me? Okay. I walk in the park often. Okay. I walk in the park often. And I met a woman. And I was attracted to her. You know, we were like, okay, let's exchange phone numbers and let's get together and have a walk together. So I was looking forward to this walk. It was around a beautiful lake close to me. I live in South Carolina. And so we met and we started walking. And within 10 minutes, I was like, I want to go back to my car right now. This woman represented everything from my childhood and my evangelical Christian upbringing. Okay, she pushed every button. She talked about sin. She probably used the word sin, I would say, about 30 times. She really didn't allow me to talk much. She basically talked the whole time. So I am talking to Yeshua, who's a dear teacher of mine. And I just would interject things like, well, I know Yeshua taught us to forgive and love, more than anything. And she went on to talk about her son-in-law, who's a pastor, but he isn't the right kind of pastor. So she goes to a different church and she studies 3 times a day for Sunday, and it was very much about, reminding me of the piety that maybe the Pharisees had, I don't know. Anyway, and how could her grandson, who was a son of her son-in-law, her grandson, be living in sin? They're going to have a child, and how could they have this child in sin and not be wed before this child? How could let this child be born in sin? At the end of the walk, which I completed, she said, it's so wonderful to meet a sister in the Lord. And I knew exactly what she meant by that. It's like, I hope that you agree with everything that I'm saying so I can feel safe. That's really what she is saying in my word. I get in the car to come home, and I am livid. I am like, team, beloved, I am presence. What are you doing? You know that I do not like to hang out with evangelical Christians anymore because they always speak in this way, and I've chosen not to really hang out with them. It's been interesting living because most of my family are still missionaries. And we've had a journey with this. I came home, and I just said to my husband, Michael, I just said, you know what? I just need to go, and I just need to release this. So I did all of my violet flame work. I did my release. I got out a book that I've been reading, The Way of Mastery. And Yeshua, it's kind of like the Course in Miracles, a beautiful trilogy of 3 books. I think this was in the way of knowing. And I just read the start of one chapter with like 10 statements. And one of them said, it is impossible for you to be guilty of sin. It is impossible for you to be guilty of sin. And it was kind of like I was shot with an arrow right in my solar plexus. It was like all of the sin that I had been told that I was a sinner, that I had been, I lived in sin. I did live in sin. According to the rules. But I felt it in my body. I felt it in my memories. I felt it shoot through me. And it felt exactly like debt. It felt like debt to me. And I started thanking this woman for coming into my life. It was that powerful. I was able to forgive her everything. And this was only 2 hours after our walk. I was able to get to the other side and learn from this gift that my beloved presence said. Of course I brought her to you. I wanted her to trigger this old, ancient memory of sin. And I know it wasn't only from this lifetime. And I know it was for all humanity. I felt like, oh my God, this was maybe Yeshua felt this when he was in those 3 hours of darkness, absolutely cleansing humanity of ancient, what do we call misqualified energy? Okay. So that was the final straw for me. And I got to tell you, then I just went into this place of really surrender. I just felt beautiful. I had no idea what was going to happen. I wasn't, watching. I was just in the let go. So what happened? Michael had a birthday, and it happened to be on a Sunday. And we provide music for a beautiful community, Unity of the Midlands. And I told everybody, hey, it's Michael's birthday, Somebody came up and gave me an envelope and said, don't open this till you get home. And I thought it was probably something for Michael's birthday. So we come home and we're celebrating his birthday. I give him my gift and I said, oh, that's right, somebody gave us an envelope. We open the envelope. There's a check written out to Michael. There's a check written out to me, both for $10,000. Oh my godness. Oh my godness. I first went into, how do I receive this? How do I receive this? And then I remembered, oh no, Jen, it just flows through you. You don't have to keep it. You don't have to store it. You don't have to be any more worthy than you are now. You are worthy of every good thing. Whew. So guess what? We paid off all the debt. We paid it all off. And that happened on the 20th of July. That's my story. And I'm so grateful to share it with you today because it happened. It happened just that way. So, beloveds, I want to take you through a process now of creating a living thought form. We're going to go on a journey, and I want you to prepare yourself. If you need to, pause the video right here, get a drink of water. I do. The journey of the living thought form is what happened to me. So let's begin. I invite you now to just come once again into your heart. Take a nice deep breath and allow your breath to be slow and easy. And I want you to recognize this beautiful presence within you, within your heart of the threefold flame. To the beautiful presence of the blue flame of the divine masculine, of your will, of the omnipotence, the power of the beloved divine. This beautiful threefold flame in your heart has always been here. So right now we're just going to ignite it. So just feel like you're lighting a candle within your heart. And let this beautiful presence of I will to be, I will to do, I will to become that which God intends. And right here in the center, ignite the flame of omniscience, the yellow flame. I am illumined wisdom. I perceive the divine idea with ease. I am one with the heart and mind of the beloved divine. And now let's light the candle of the omnipresence. the Holy Spirit, beloved Mama, ever present, unconditional love. Love draws the power of cohesion. It is like the glue of creation. And allow yourself now to ground into the earth at the same time. You're just right here in your heart. Feel yourself anchoring into Mama, Mama Gaia, beloved earth. Take your place, beloved. You are meant to be here at this time. Thank you for being here. Just your presence here is so valuable. And the light that you hold in your heart right now makes you a creator being, makes you a beloved Christed Buddha being. Keep breathing. I want you now to just feel that presence of your beloved rising up out of the threefold flame. Just feel yourself getting big. Feel yourself lifting up into this bigness of your presence. Your beloved I am, that knows no limitation, that has already ascended. And feel yourself lifting up with me now to this beautiful temple of the divine feminine heart. This is a force field. This force field has been the center of our academy, and I want you to come and join us there right now. It's so much light here. Just feel yourself being lifted up through your I am presence, and come into this beautiful temple, greeted by Cherry, our cherubim, a beautiful angel, Azera, our beautiful overlighting Deva, who holds the form, who's holding the form for this meditation right now, and the balance and the order. And beloved Ashe, our silent watcher, holding the immaculate concept for you and for me and for this beautiful meditation and this teaching today. And as we come into this beautiful flame room, I want you to just feel the presence of all of your team. Call your celestial team. If you know them or if you don't, it doesn't matter. Call them in. Call in your beautiful archangel. Call in your guardian angel. Call in the beautiful presence of any teachers that you've had that are already ascended. We call in beloved Mother Mary to join us now in the angels of abundance. You just open up the balcony. Just feel yourself sitting by the flames here of the threefold flames in the sanctuary of the blue flame, the yellow flame, and the pink flame. And then just notice the balcony of all of the people that we're calling in. We're invoking the presence of mighty victory, one who will not accept a compromise, but only victory. And feel your guardian angel just right behind you as you take a seat here. And Mother Mary is saying, open your heart, beloved, to me. Open your heart to me. And just feel your heart opening to Mother Mary. She wants me to sing a light song. Just feel your heart coming together with her. She sees your heart as immaculate as her heart is. And abundance flows through her immaculate heart. Inkoma wayala maio malatia ko maliawa. Amai moko mayala woyo maliawo. Iama wayo lama kioma tiama. Inkoma o lama wio. O lama yo o mayaleo. And beloved, I want you to set now an intention for yourself of what you want to experience. What are you willing to experience? And I want you to get a picture of it in your mind's eye. It can be anything. And just see it right in front of your third eye. Just see it right here. And allow it to be. And we take this beautiful flame in your heart now, that beautiful sunshine yellow of omniscience, and I want you to put it right in the center of this picture that you have. Just put it right there. See it glowing. See the divine idea, the illumination of wisdom, the perceived idea. Just allow yourself to place it right there. The divine idea of you becoming debt-free. And now see that beautiful love flame, the crystalline pink ray, just moving into this beautiful picture. See it surrounding this picture with love, bringing it together, the cohesion, the glue of the universe, the transfiguring power of pure love. And just speak a word of love to your debt now with me. Debt, I embrace you. I see you. And I give you my love. I allow you, beloved, to be set free now. And now, feel that flame of the beautiful blue ray coming out of your heart, the omnipotence surrounding everything with the strength and the power of the beloved divine, Father God. Just feel the strength holding this seed atom. It is called a seed atom. It is a seed of creation that we are planting right here. And now, I want you to just let it go. Just feel it moving now. Release it to your entire team. Release it to your beloved I am presence. And after we are done here, I want you to draw a crude picture. Find maybe a photograph of something that will remind you of what we've done here. Maybe it'll be a crystal. But I want you to place this seed atom inside something physical that represents your living thought form. For now, it has become a living thought form. It has become a magnet of this seed atom. It is done. And now, beloved, when you're ready, just allow your heart once more to recognize beloved Mother Mary. And now take your heart back. There is no codependency in heaven. You are sovereign. Take back your heart. And let's just speak together. I am sovereign. I am solvent. I am debt-free. Now I want you gently to come back down to your current time and space. Just gently feel yourself lifting right into your body, into where you are right now. And I ask you, beloved Archangel Michael, to seal this beautiful activity right here with your prevention flame so it becomes a permanent, invincible record for each and every one of us. Thank you. Thank you, beloved. I thank everyone that has been here with us today. I thank beautiful Katja that has absolutely provided this fertile ground for this time. Thank you, beloved Mother Mary, Mighty Victory. We're so grateful for your insistence on showing us the way to victorious accomplishments. It is done. It is good. And I give thanks. And I release this now in full faith right into the cosmic law that always says yes. And so we allow it to be. And so it is in God's most holy name. I am. Here we are. I should not wear makeup.
That was very empowering. I'm so glad that people get to experience that. Now they can go back to listen to it again if they want to. It's available.
Yes, I'm so honored to be here. Thank you.
I could feel the energy. I could feel the support that we have from the angels.
Oh my God, so much in this age. This is such an age of partnership for us, you know? Yeah, so wonderful. Oh, thank you for this opportunity. And just like my prayer said, it's such a fertile ground, you know, for us to sow seeds of goodness. And it really always comes down to just that simplicity. Yes, and we can heal the vibration of anything. And if we start looking at it as a vibration, as a frequency, instead of a thing, because things are so thick. They got so much, of course they have, emotionally, spiritually, mentally, and all that. They have a lot, they carry a lot. But just looking at that physically, it's overwhelming. There's just no way to deal with it there. And I don't know why I never thought of it. Because now it seems like, oh, so logical. The divine timing. Maybe my whole life has just been for this,
Yes, and now I wanted to ask if there is anything else you want to share before we wrap up here.
Wow. I always like to invite people to come and join my community, whenever you want to. There's a beautiful free gift here to unlock your new opulent light codes, and it's a beautiful celebration with Mother Mary. It's a sound healing. And it's to receive the gifts. I just love for you to come and join me, because I'm, like you said before, we're just getting started. My academy's been in beautiful blossom for like 13 years, and it's beautiful because we're all ascension nerds. We just really like to get into, all right, so we're reading this. Let's make it practical and use it in our lives so that it becomes part of us, So that's kind of what I've been sharing today. So, I would love to have you come and join us. And that's a free gift for you. And if you come and join my community, you'll be abreast of everything that's going on. So beautiful. And you will find the link in the show notes. So check those out and join us if this resonated.
There is more. There is abundant.
Absolutely. It's our divine birthright. It really is. It is. And we've been sold a whole bag of goods that aren't really ours. So it's really time to let that go and step it. And it's definitely not about budgeting. It's, it's not about trying to get in the structures of this world, because the new faith currency is really simple. It's the opulence of God. It's here every moment of every day, in any situation, all the time, every time. It's not reliant on anything that's going on in this world. It's absolutely way above that. And it's here for us to use. And here's a story that I've just shared with you today about how it works, It's not about hard labor anymore. It's not about, trying to be ultra worthy and be a good little light worker, because we can take on a lot of the old stuff and put it into light working too. But it's really about receiving and allowing, and the divine feminine's rising so strongly within us. We can't do it the old way anymore.
Right.
Yeah, I'm so grateful.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing today and all the work that you do in the world.
Thank you. And thank you, beloved. I'm so grateful to be with you again.